Con might say, Con might say, Con might say, Con. I said that I would talk a little bit about Oasis, and that's what I'm going to do now. So, Oasis, probably my favourite band ever. I grew up in the 90s, was born in 1981, so I lived Oasis and when they became big, and that's why they have a special place for me, because, you know, I love the Beatles, obviously, but I wasn't around where, like, but a lot of music released by a lot of bands that I like was released before I was born. But you see, with Oasis, I was there. So in 1996, Oasis played 2 nights at a venue called Knebworth. Now, Knebworth is in Hertfordshire in the UK, and it's the biggest outdoor venue that any band can play at. And there were 125,000 people each night, 2 nights, and overall that's like 250,000 people that went to see Oasis. And I think there's a statistic, I might be making this up, but I'm trying to remember. I think it was about 10% of the population of the UK applied for tickets to Knebworth. Like something ridiculous like that, like a big percentage of people applied to that. And I was one of the people that managed to go. Not only that, that was the first gig I ever went to. I was 15 years old. The first gig I went to was Knebworth. Now, for people who know what that was, that's absolutely mental, isn't it? It's insane. How does it get better after that? Not only that, but I was right at the front. I was right at the front. It was the most incredible gig experience of my life. It was just amazing. In terms of songwriting, Noel Gallagher, one of my favourite songwriters. Those of you who don't know, he wrote the vast majority of Oasis stuff, 95%. For the first 4 albums, he wrote all the songs. Actually, on the 4th album, I think Liam had 1 song, but there's all those B-sides he wrote as well. So definitely, maybe Morning Glory, Be Here Now, all the B-sides that went with the singles. Some of the best songs are B-sides, like Acquiesce, Half the World Away, Talk Tonight. I can go on forever. He's also an underrated guitarist, in my opinion. I seem to remember a poll in 2000 done it. I think it was Q Magazine or Melody Maker, or one of those magazines. People who are old enough to know what I'm talking about will know what those are. For you younger people, in the same poll, he was voted the most overrated guitarist and the most underrated guitarist. This was in the same poll. Now, I think that says a lot about his guitar playing, because he divides opinion, and it's not a bad thing, I think, but I think people think he's overrated because his technical ability isn't the same as Slash, for example. And I think people think he's underrated because although the solos that he comes up with and what he plays on guitar is not technically difficult to play, is actually really fucking good. So, yeah, and I'm very much firmly in that camp. That's really fucking good. Just everything, like the sounds that he makes with the instrument, his sound, and the parts that he plays, and how they sound in the song. I think he's a really amazing and underrated guitarist. So I'm going to do a song called Acquiesce for you. I haven't heard or seen many acoustic versions of this song, and that's why I'm doing it. It's the B-side to the single Some Might Say, which was Oasis's first #1 in the UK. A lot of people at the time, a lot of fans and journalists at the time thought, why isn't Acquiesce the A-side? Why is it the B-side? What? I think Some Might Say should have been the A-side. Possibly Acquiesce could have been released afterwards. But the fact that it's a B-side I absolutely love, because it's just... he was so prolific that stuff as good as that song was just a B-side. So There you go.
I don't know what it is that makes me feel alive. I don't know how to wake the things that sleep inside. I only want to see the light that shines behind your eyes. I hope that I can say the things I wish I'd said, to see myself to sleep and take me back to bed. Who wants to be alone when we can feel alive instead? Because we need each other, we believe in one another, and I know we're gonna uncover what's sleeping in our soul. Because we need each other, we believe in one another, and I know we're gonna uncover what's sleeping in our soul. We're sleeping in our soul. 'Cause there are many things that I would like to know, and there are many places that I wish to go, but everything's dependent on the way the wind may blow. I don't know what it is that makes me feel alive. I don't know how to wake the things that sleep inside. I only want to see the light that shines behind your eyes. Because we need each other, we believe in one another, and I know we're gonna uncover what's sleeping in our soul. Because we need each other, we believe in one another, and I know we're gonna uncover what's sleeping in our soul. We're sleeping in our soul. We're sleeping in our soul. We're sleeping in our soul. 'Cause we believe. 'Cause we believe. 'Cause we believe. 'Cause we believe. Because we need. Because we
If you like this video, feel free to drop a like, share it with anyone who you think is interested, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So until next time, see you later.
Con might say con.